Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Waiver Wire Queen. If you're looking to add some solid players in fantasy basketball via the waiver wire, or just pick up some solid free agents, you are in the right place. I dropped a video earlier this week, so check it out. If you are interested in picking up some key players and you're just trying to figure out who, check out that video. Some great players that I think you should add. Here are two more players to add to that list. Got Miles Bridges, plays for the Charlotte Hornets. They've suffered a few key injuries this season. Obviously, the major one is LaMelo Ball for the remainder of the year. That's huge. And then you got Gordon Hayward. He's going to be out a few weeks. And then there are a few other players that are injured. So the minutes are there for him. He's getting at least 30 minutes of a game. He's only rostered in 58% of Yahoo leagues. Obviously, that's over 50%, but there is still a chance. It's not 100%. So that means you have the opportunity to pick him up. I was able to pick him up in one of my leagues. So pick him up. Over the last 5 games, he's averaging 25, 26 fantasy points, 16 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per game. So that is solid for either head-to-head points or category-based leagues, because you can use someone like him at he's playing between small forward and power forward, so he's just out there pretty much either or. 6 rebounds a game is solid for the categories-based league. So if you looking to add someone who will help you with the rebounds in categories-based league, he can be an option. And this is not, to say he's going to be one of your main guys in the starting lineup, because you already got your key guys unless you've had major injuries. But he's definitely a solid add. He's averaging 20 fantasy points overall on the season. And that's, due to not playing as consistent throughout the year, so it's averaged out to a little over 20, but that's still solid in head-to-head leagues, because if you've suffered major losses, or you just got people out. If you had LaMelo Ball, that's a decent amount of points that you're losing for the rest of the season. And then if you got players like LeBron out, AD's out, Harden is out, God, it's just so many players out. You're not going to find that type of production on the wire, but you can find players who will help you, whether they give you half of that or they'll just give you something to help you win that week. It's all about making adjustments. He's a nice adjustment to make and add to your roster. If nothing else, a solid player to come off the bench and play when some of your key guys are not scheduled to play that night. All right, second player. Now, I mentioned him earlier this week, and he's finally back. I mentioned earlier this week that he may be coming back soon, so prioritize and pick him up now, and you can stash him on your bench. If you're in a dynasty league, stash him on your bench. He's a young, solid player. Cole Anthony. I don't know why the Knicks didn't draft Cole Anthony, but that's another video, guys. However, Cole Anthony was playing solid basketball prior to getting injured. He was out for an extended period of time. His numbers on the season are 11 points per game, 37% from the field. That has to increase drastically as a guard. That has to go up, but I'm sure he'll work on that and increase that. 4 rebounds and 3 assists. So he came back, first game back, 13 points, 7 assists, which is solid for a player who's returning from an injury and been out for an extended period of time. He played 26 minutes, which was solid. On the season, he is averaging 21 fantasy points, so that is not bad. He's only rostered in 24% of Yahoo leagues, so that means there's a great chance for you to pick him up. I noticed he was available in 2 of my leagues still, and I may go on and put a claim in for him and pick him up. I have him in 2 other leagues. One is a dynasty league, so I had him on my IR slot, so I'm bringing him back off of that. But let's face it, Orlando is obviously in rebuild. They are deep into the beginning stages of their rebuild, because they got rid of all of their top players. As you know, Fultz he was injured early on in the season. So Anthony got his opportunity. I think he has played well. And there, to me, and obviously embracing the youth movement, I think as the season, goes on, a few more games under his belt, returning from injury, they should just start him, because to me, I prefer Cole Anthony over Fultz. Fultz has been in the league a few years, so he has been somewhat solid over the last season and a half. Obviously, he hasn't performed at the level up to which he was drafted, but I mean, it happens. But Cole Anthony, he should have been drafted by the Knicks because they still need a starting point guard, in my opinion. But Waiver Wire Queen's gonna say shush. But yeah, he's a solid player to add if you are looking for someone to add because you're struggling. I had Bill out, I had Wall out. I've had so many injuries, and I'm sure you guys are suffering from injuries too. And you're looking at players on the wire, and you're like, hell, there is no one available. Well, boom, Cole Anthony. Like I said, he's only rostered in 24% of Yahoo leagues, so that means he is definitely available in the majority of the leagues out there, and he may be able to help you on a night where, say, Bill is still out, if you have him, or Wall, or any of the key major players who are out due to injuries. You have to make the adjustments. Sometimes the adjustment is picking up Cole Anthony and playing him, and he gets 24, 25 fantasy points. I believe he had about 23, 24 fantasy points his first game back. That's solid for a player you're just looking to add to help you along the way, because as we know, you're not going to find that production that Bradley Beal is giving you on the season. It's impossible. You're not going to find that, but you can find someone who's going to help you, especially in points-based leagues, because it's about the points, and you don't want to just say, oh, well, I'm just not going to find anyone or add anyone to replace the points. So that's 0 points. At least get you half of the points so you get something. Something's better than nothing. Half a loaf's better than no loaf. Y'all know what I mean. So you just got to make the adjustments, guys. All right, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. Make sure you prioritize those players, and you check out that video I released earlier this week on some great players to add. I talked about 5 players I think you should add. Y'all be good. Have a great weekend. Peace.